Here's the secret to avoid flat-looking paintings. Layer with many colors to create richness and subject depth. Hi, I'm Siti Nuriati from Siti Nuriati Studio. In this tutorial, you're going to learn how to paint these black cherries with colored pencil. So let's get started. In the Black Cherries reference photo, you can see that the cherries are the darkest value in this painting. So we're going to start with the cherries, then continue with the stem, and finish off with the lightest area, the foreground. Before transferring the line drawing, I shade the whole area with an 8B pencil. This acts as a carbon copy when you trace the pencil line onto the drawing paper. Then secure the drawing paper with a masking tape. Now trace the line drawing with your pencil, remove the masking tape, and you can now see the line drawing on your paper. Before I start, I trace the pencil lines with a darker color colored pencil, so I won't lose the pencil lines. So go over the lines with a sharp pencil and light pressure. I use Tuscan red for the cherries and apple green for the stem. For the first wash, I color all the cherries with blush pink, use light pressure and a vertical stroke. Layer the second wash with carmine red using light pressure. We're going to use light pressure for all the steps except when mentioned otherwise. Next, I build up more color using lilac. You want to start paying attention to the lights and darks on the cherries. Now layer Scarlet Lake and this time model the shadows on the cherry. Now to enhance the darker shades, go over with Imperial Violet with light pressure and blend the colors evenly. I'm working with the top left cherry before we move on to the rest. With medium pressure, go over the cherry with raspberry on the darker area, followed by Tuscan red, and blend the color on the darkest area on the cherry. To bring out the red color in this cherry, layer Scarlet Lake again on those areas that need a touch of red. For the other two cherries, go over the previous colors from Scarlet Lake to Tuscan red. The color that you need to add now is black. Use it for the shadows on the bottom and near the stem of the cherries. Layer lilac using medium pressure to give a frosty look on the front of the cherries. Go over the areas with raspberry to give a hint of red to the cherry. So I finished painting the last cherry off camera, but the process of coloring is the same as the previous two cherries. Now we're going to color the stems. Layer chartreuse as the first wash using light pressure and a vertical stroke. For the second color, layer apple green on the stems as a second wash. With burnt ochre, I start layering the color on the darker areas of the stems with light pressure and a vertical stroke. Layer Kelly green with light pressure to add some green. I use dark brown to define the top of the stems and the brownish areas. Now go over the entire stem with dark green using medium pressure. Give a final touch using black to the darkest areas like the tops, the sides, and the bottom of the stems. Go over with chartreuse once more to bring out the bright green of the stems. The final step is to color the foreground. First, wash the area with blue violet lake using really light pressure and a vertical stroke. Next, layer with cool gray 70% and model the shadows under the cherries lightly since it's the darker color gray. Finally, layer steel to darken the shadows and blend the colors with light pressure. Here's the finished painting of the black cherries. Get the free 3-page booklet to start this painting today and let me know your results. Do you have questions about this tutorial? Post them in the comments below. I hope I've inspired you through this video. Share this video with your friends and subscribe to Siti Nuriati Studio's blog. Let me help you unlock your creative side so you can start working towards becoming the artist you always dream of being. I'll see you next time and thank you so much for watching Siti Nuriati Studio.